All right. So when last we were here, we had looked at the stream, we had looked at classwork. Now what we're going to do is we are going to go through the different types of assignments or pieces of information you can get in Google Classroom. So if we scroll down here, we've got these here. These are materials, like I said before, the type that looks like a book. That material is always going to be like a little gray blob. Remember, if it's lit up like this, that means it needs to be turned in. Notice how this one says no due date. So it's telling you that there is no specific due date for this assignment. So if we look at the material first, so all you'll do is you'll be brought to the materials that the teacher posted, and at the bottom here you can see that you can add a class comment. Okay, so if you add a comment here and you click on it, it should bring up a keyboard, and that keyboard you'll type it in and everybody will see your question or your comment on this um, piece. If you wanted to go to the material that was posted, you click right on this and it will take you there. And that's all you see in a materials post. Okay. If we go to a assignment, so this is an assignment, for example, it's been turned in, but we can look at it, and I'll go up here to show you. Actually, let's do this one because this one hasn't been turned in and it looks different. So when you go to the assignment, you can see, okay, so up here, there would normally be instructions. You could add a class comment if you had any questions and everybody would see it. You can also see um, the things that were added to by the teacher. And sometimes you have to interact with these. Usually the directions tell you what to do. You would just click on this and it would open up in either the browser or the separate app. And as we continue to go down, we would see that there's this little up arrow and private comment. So a class comment, and this is important, a class comment is everybody sees. A private comment is something you're sending to only the teacher or teachers that are part of that class. To go up, so this is this material that the teacher put in, but because it's an assignment, just like a box that you could put paper in, or you could add extra information. If you click this, now you can see all the other stuff that you can add. So in this assignment, I have already added all these other pieces. Okay, how did I do that? I clicked on add an attachment, and now I can choose to pick something from my Google Drive, link to, say, a website, or add a file that's on my phone. And the difference between the phone and the computer is these two here. These do not show up on a computer or a Chromebook, is to take a photo or record a video. So because you have a mobile device, it knows it's a mobile device. You can sit and point that at your paper. So you could take a photo or you could record a video and post it. These down here are your creation tools. So if you have pre-made stuff that you've been working on, you could add it here. And by clicking on it, it would open the corresponding app and tap on it. Or if you had copied a link from the web browser, or if you had a file already on your phone, like a picture. These are useful. This will be updated soon, so you could take multiple photos and stitch them into one big photo with pages. These down here are all different apps as well, where if you want to add a new document or something like that, you can do that. And then that would add it. And what it looks like then is these things here. And let's say you add something that you don't want to turn in, you just click it and it says, do you want to remove that attachment? And you say, sure, let's remove that part of my assignment. So this is like your little folder for that assignment and putting the information in there that you want to turn in. When you are done, and again, you can see here's the private comment again. It doesn't go away. It stays right here. You can click on it and it's right down at the bottom. When you are done, you click this blue button here that says turn in. Be aware that turn in changes depending on the due date. I believe there's two. One is turn in and one is marked as done. There might be a third one, but anytime you see this like blue, it's going to change color depending on the theme of the classroom. But this lit up button is what I would say. Then you click on it and it will turn it in. And I'll show you what happens when you turn it in. It says, are you sure? Turn in this in 6 attachments. That's giving it to the teacher, so you can turn it in. Okay, so now when this assignment, if we go back out, I'll show you what it looks like. Remember, it's called Google Drawing Test. It's darkened now because I turned it in. But oh gosh, I forgot to do something. So if I click on the assignment again and I pull this up, I can see that I can unsubmit it, pull it out, and say, I got to add some more stuff to that because it's just not quite good enough. So that's an assignment, okay, in Google Classroom. So we've looked at materials, we've looked at assignments. Now just look at questions. This one's been turned in, so it's going to look slightly different. But again, you would have questions and stuff right here. And then what you would have after that is you would have a space to put your own information. And notice here it says private comment. So you could add a private comment, which the teacher would see. And you could put in your answer, but I've turned in my answer. So there would be a box for answer, and then you would have the button. And then you could click this to see your students. No students have responded. So there's nothing here. And you can click reply if you want to reply to your stuff as well. So that's a question. And that's that format. If you want to see what a quiz looks like, here's a quiz. So a quiz would have this thing, which is a form, and that's to be filled out. And it's the same exact thing as an assignment. They go through it through here, they click submit, and then it turns it in automatically for them. So it's a nice little feature for teachers and for students in that manner. All right, so that is the different types of assignments that you will see in Google Classroom. Thanks for watching.